Okay, so here's the notes from Friday in class. So we did a little bit with energy and trying to classify it ourselves. So now we're going to define energy as the ability to cause a change. So energy is the ability to cause a change. There's two main branches for the types of energy. There's potential energy, which is stored energy or the energy of position. It's not doing anything yet, but it has the potential to do so. Potential energy. And then the other is kinetic energy, which is the energy of movement or anything in motion. So kinetic always means like moving. So you have potential energy and then you have kinetic energy. A specific kind of potential energy is gravitational potential energy, which is stored when a gravity force is pulling on things above ground level. So if you are up off the ground, gravity's pulling you down, you have some gravitational potential energy. You have the potential to fall and be in motion. So a roller coaster at the top of a hill or you at the top of a slide. There's also elastic potential energy. When you stretch something like a rubber band, now you've got some stored energy in there because if you let go, it's going to snap. So it's elastic potential energy is stored when forces push or pull stretchy things. So like springs, rubber bands. Please don't shoot me like that guy. Okay. And then there's chemical potential energy, which is stored when forces push or pull atoms. Okay. So we'll learn in chemistry about chemical bonding. But anytime you break apart those bonds, you're going to release some energy. So this is helpful in things like fuels, which you burn, which then releases that energy, like to fuel your car. Food, which then you digest or you burn, like you burn calories, and you use it. And then we'll talk about it in chemical changes and reactions later in the year too. Nuclear potential energy is stored when forces push or pull protons and neutrons inside the nucleus. Nuclear potential energy is all in the nucleus. Examples are like a nuclear power plant and the sun. That's about it. So potential energy, the four different kinds, all have things in common. Okay, it's stored energy. Okay, elastic potential energy is stored in stretchy things. Gravitational is stored when things are above ground level. Chemical potential energy is stored in those chemical bonds. And nuclear potential energy is stored in the nucleus. And then, sorry, I went kind of fast there, but I guess you can pause it. Kinetic energy, or energy of motion, in kinetic energy, motion energy is the movement of typical size objects. You running, throwing a baseball, driving your car, whatever. Thermal energy is the movement of microscopic atoms or molecules. So when you heat up your stove or you're cooling things down in your refrigerator, I can't read what that says. Oops. Why did this get so messed up? So all things have at least some thermal energy. Even things when it's really, really cold, they still have some thermal energy because they're above absolute zero, which you don't need to know about. Electrical energy is a kind of kinetic energy because it's the movement of electrons through materials. That's how we get energy. So anything you plug in is using electrical energy. If you're charging your cell phone right now or in my class, you are using electrical energy. Lightning is also electrical energy. And then the last kind of motion energy is wave energy, so light waves and sound waves, which is the back and forth movement of materials or vibration of materials. So light from anything or sound from anything is another form of motion energy.